You have to question the clients. You should understand what is the industry. And if the answer is no, I will tell no. No, please don't buy my product or service. So, first of all, believe in the concept of abundance. That is very important for any salesperson or any professional as such. If you ask me what is the biggest trait that I have, is that I fully recognize this thing that there is abundance not only outside. So we talk about the concept of abundance. What is abundance? That there is enough money for all the people to become billionaires. There is enough sales opportunities which is there outside. So outside also there is abundance. Inside also there is abundance. Inside also there is abundance. That if I think that I can do this thing, I can do. There's abundance. So first of all, believe in the concept of abundance. That is very important for any salesperson or any professional as such. So again, introducing myself, I will be very short here. So I grew up in a middle class family, went to engineering, failed around all the things, and then somebody challenged me that somebody told me that your English is not good and all those things. So I took that challenge. I told that okay, I will crack CAT. I got 99 plus percentile in CAT. That was just for the challenge sake. Went into FMS Delhi, which is one of the topmost B school in India. But again, telling that is not a baggage that I carry, right? I want the world to recognize me with my name, with my story, not with the story of a particular college. Yes, the college has given me a lot. There's no doubt in that. The college has helped me become confident. The college has helped me with the peer-to-peer learning, which usually happens in good B schools. But yes, don't carry baggage of anything in your life. Because if you carry baggage, things can be lost in 1 second. Then from campus, I got a very good placement. Although the campus people were telling that it is not a good placement, the average package is like 25 lakhs. You have got 22 lakhs. I was like, people were like, okay, somebody went into BCG, somebody went into McKinsey. I could not crack those, right? Because my graduation score was not good, and then my 12th score was also not good. As a complete failure throughout. So I went into Sterlite Power. But when people were telling that it's not a good thing, I got the best boss in my life. Best boss in my life, who is now associated with, I think, Adani or I think Bharti Infratel, I'm not sure. But he was my boss. He was the chief operating officer of Sterlite Power at that point of time, and I was working directly with him in the CEO office, handling the strategy projects. And that 1.5 years that I worked with this guy, I was not doing sales. I was handling strategy. He taught me a lot of things. His personality actually, basically became a role model for me that I want to become like this guy. Being a CEO, would you imagine a person coming to your cabin and he will start behaving like a kid, right? He was a visionary. He was a problem solver. He had that amount of energy. 50-year-old guy, that amount of energy. So he became a role model for me, and that is where my career actually transitioned. So Sterlite Power was some place where I won a lot of CEO award. I won a lot of Game Changers award. I single-handedly handled a lot of projects, and that is where I proved myself that I can be a great innovator at place. Post Sterlite, I was a part of Routematic. Again, got a very good boss. And the boss actually, first of all, introduced me to the domain of B2B sales. What is sales process all about? How do you approach people and all those things? So again, 1.5 years I was there. Then I was like, B2B ho gaya, ab thoda B2C karte hain. So I got a call from Pristyn Care. I joined Pristyn Care. That I basically headed the entire digital sales, because Pristyn Care is a B2C, kind of a company, and where most of the leads are generated through performance marketing and all those things. So you have to handle B2C. There I got super boss. There also I got super boss. So I got lucky. Like after 10 years of being unlucky, not able to qualify IIT, then failing around 6, 7 years, 8 years, I started getting lucky again. And that also consecutive time. So wait, perseverance is important. Don't quit. Wait for your time to come. It will come. No matter sabka apna apna age hota hai. For some people it comes at 25 years. For people like us, it may come at 28. For people like jo KFC ka founder, it may come at 60 years, but the time will come. Don't start comparing yourself with others, right? So I got a great boss. He taught me a lot. After Pristyn Care, I was a part of Apna for some time, where I was heading their enterprise sales, again B2B. And for the last 1 year, I was consulting a lot of startups, and now I'm building my own startup. Now, when I'm building my own startup, one thing which I would say is that which I've learned in the last, I think, 5, 6 years, is that hiring is very important and never hire a person for their skill sets. That is what I've learned. I have got, the best performer in my team in the last company that I worked with is a college dropout. He came from, I think, one small district in Karnataka, I think Hubli or Udupi, I'm not sure. He came from there and see his sense of ownership. I went for a holiday to Vietnam, like, 6 months back, and you know what this guy told to me on phones? Rishikesh, don't worry. This thing will be done, then it's done. I have not seen this kind of a ownership even when I've hired from IIMs, FMS, and IITs. Why should I not give this person a chance? Right? I should give those people a chance who do not carry baggages. Right? Baggage name. You qualified some exam, you got into some college. It is an achievement. We have to respect that because you worked hard for that. But that should not be carried as a baggage throughout your life, right? Where you start demeaning people who are not, who may not have cracked that exam, right? That is not a good way to lead a team. Now, again, coming back to the agenda. So this was all about my introduction. I wanted to talk about this because this is very close to my heart, because I seriously feel that, life is a staircase. Somebody may qualify an exam at one point of life, somebody who may not qualify an exam at one point of time, but in the next point of time, maybe the other person may excel better, right? So it's an staircase. Let's start taking life step by step, not in like 5 years, 6 years. Kya karenge? Now, sales. Now, first, I will start with a very basic thing. What is sales? Like, with a lot of ad techs coming around in the last 2, 3 years, and I moving around all across India in tier 2, tier 3 cities, talking to a lot of kids, a lot of young talent, I found out is that people have a very, kind of a distorted definition of sales in their mind, especially in India. What is sales? Sales doesn't mean bechna. If I have to define sales in one or two lines, I will tell, can my product or service add value to your life? If the answer is yes, I will help you understand how is it going to add value to your life. And if the answer is no, I will tell no. No, please don't buy my product or service. So to tell you the truth, in my entire sales career of the last 5, 6 years, I have told 70% times no to clients. No, sir, this software doesn't fit your requirements, don't buy. My boss has been angry at me at a lot of time, but I've told no. But the good thing, what happened is that this client only referred me to other clients, telling that, you know what, if you talk to Rishikesh, he will tell you yes or no basis your requirement, whether, this product or service is going to add value to your life or not. So edtech, the way, so I will not say edtech, but the way, the sales has been carried out in the last 2, 3 years, don't, get into that definition of sales, because that is not sales. That's like, kind of, forcing people, coercing people, creating FOMO in them. That's not sales. Sales is a very noble profession. Sales is like, can my product or service add value to your life? And if it adds value to your life, I will help you, get that value, right? And that is sales. So, and sales as a career, right? And sales as a career is so beautiful, right? Because see, one of the most important things that you should realize that sales actually helps you to question more. I've seen a lot of sales guys, kept on speaking, sir, मेरा course ले लो, sir, ये ले लो, वो ले लो, ऐसा हो जाएगा, वैसा हो जाएगा. If you don't buy my course, you will not qualify IIT. If you don't buy my course, you can't qualify CAT. अरे कुछ नहीं होता है यार. People will keep on giving ज्ञान. Only two things matter: perseverance, लगे रहो मुन्ना भाई. That's it. Have you seen that 12th fail? Right? 12th fail, have you seen? This guy didn't study in a good coaching institute or something like this, guide and all that. Still, he qualified civil services. And all those people in Mukherjee Nagar, all these places, getting coaching from very good institutions, getting so much guidance. I have my father, who is an IS officer, is guiding me. They could not crack UPSC. Sales makes us a good questioning person. We ask questions, right? And why do we ask questions? Because again, going back to the definition of sales, can my product or service add value to your life? If I have to identify that, I have to ask the right questions, right? Right questions. Sir, what is that you are using right now? Or what is the problem that you're facing? Or, what is your target for your business? this month or this year? What is your budget like? What are you looking for? More questions. And once you start asking questions, that is also valid inside relationships also, guys. Two friendship work better when both of them keep on asking questions to each other. Hey Rishikesh, how are you feeling today? Hey Rishikesh, I feel you didn't have a good day today. How can I help you now? Right? Questions, asking questions, right? This is what sales actually teaches us, and this is what is sales is all about. Sales is 80% questioning, because you have to identify whether this product or service is going to add value to the other's life or not. The second good thing about sales, first thing is that we learn questioning. Second thing is that sales also exposes you to various industries in one go. So let's suppose you are selling. So let's suppose talk about Ronit. So Ronit is actually taking care of marketing at Juno School of Business, and every day he has to talk to, say, five different people coming from different backgrounds. Rishikesh is one amongst them. Now, what is happening? Rishikesh is learning less, but Ronit, on the other hand, is learning more, because every day five people, five different set of mindset, five different set of personalities, five different industries he's interacting with. So his knowledge base keeps on increasing. This is the beauty of sales, that every day, one day you're talking to Edelweiss, which is into financial segment. The second day you are talking to a company, say Whatfix, which is a SaaS company. The third day you are talking to a company like Khata Book, which is into the MSME segment. So you keep on learning the industry. Why? Because if you have to question the clients, you should understand what is the industry, what do they do, what is their product, what is their services. And this is what I feel most of the salespeople keep on lacking, because they don't do good amount of research when they go on to meet a client, right? If you're talking to a Cap Gemini, you should understand IT industry. You should understand their problems, right? Then only you can question better. And only when you question better, then only you can find out whether my product or service is going to add value to his life. If the answer is yes, we follow up. If the answer is no, sorry, sir. If you have got another reference, please give it to me. But I don't think I can sell my product or service to you, because it's not going to be beneficial, right? Such a noble profession. Sales is the best profession in the world. I love it. Even if you ask me, Rishikesh, at the age of 85 years, what do you want to do? I want to do sales. Now, next thing, it's very easy to switch jobs if you're doing sales. Why? You have learned how to question, your knowledge base keeps on expanding, your network keeps on expanding. Now, there is something called transferable skill sets. Now, you can't be a good marketing guy if you don't understand industry, if you're not on the ground. You can't be a good financial analyst also. I will just give you an example. Yulu bikes. What is the cost? What is the price that Yulu bikes is taking in Bangalore approximately? They are taking 2 rupees per kilometer approx. 1.5 to 2 rupees per kilometer. Some pricing analyst must have done that, right? Must have, kind of understood the competitors and all those things. And if you see who is the nearest competitor to Yulu bikes, it is a Splendor Plus bike. Why? Because all these delivery guys used to use a Splendor Plus bikes. What is the mileage of a Splendor Plus bikes in Bangalore traffic? Obviously, 40 to 50 kilometers maximum. And what is the cost of petrol? 100 rupees. 100 by 50 is 2 rupees. And that is why they have priced it around 1.5 to 2 rupees per kilometer. So even that financial analyst, even that pricing analyst, if he doesn't go out and interact with the customers, if he doesn't have sales skills, he can't make a model. And that is one thing which I actually have started observing in the recent days, in the last 1 or 2 years, is that students coming out of colleges, they don't want to go out, they don't want to talk. So much ego issues. जिसको अपमान का भय नहीं और सम्मान का मोह नहीं, मतलब a person who is undeterred by whether somebody is respecting me or somebody is talking bad about me, that is where his growth starts. So the skill sets that you are getting, talking to people, conveying your thoughts, asking them questions, right, and all those things, right, are basically lot of them are transferable skills, right? If you talk about marketing, what is one thing that is very important to do marketing is to understand customer insights. Who will understand customer insights more? Who is talking to customers on ground? So transferable skill sets. उसके बाद क्या है? टूल सॉफ्टवेयर क्या ही है यार, 2 घंटे में सीख जाएंगे ना यार. गूगल ऐड चलाना है, फेसबुक ऐड चलाना है, ये चलाना है, वो चलाना है, टैबलू चलाना है, पावर बीआई चलाना है। 3 घंटे में सीख जाएंगे। यूट्यूब पे वीडियोस है, उसके लिए कोई एडटेक का 4 लाख का कोर्स करने की जरूरत नहीं है। इट्स नॉट इंपॉर्टेंट टू डू दैट 4 लाख कोर्स। प्लेसमेंट गारंटी दे देंगे, 25 लाख सैलरी, नथिंग। यूट्यूब इज इनफ, right? Juno School of Business is doing such a great task, to learn sales. You can learn. Now, if you talk about product management, what is product management? What is the most important thing in product management? Coordinating, right? Coordinating with the tech team, understanding their requirements, translating them into business requirements, having a talk with the marketing team, translating them into a document. You're doing it as a sales guy. As a sales guy, you have to talk to your commercial team, your finance team, your customers, various stakeholders in your clients. So once you go out to sell, you don't only talk to one person. Sometimes the talk starts with the account head, then it goes to CFO, then it also goes to CHRO, then it also goes to CEO, and then you close the deal. If you talk about B2B sales, right? So that is a transferable skill. So you can easily switch to product management. So anybody who is in sales can easily transition his career to any other place. So sales is of two types, guys. I hope you understand. Like there's a B2B sales, there's a B2C sales. B2B sales means a business is selling to a business, right? Likewise, you have a software, like Mahendra has got a software, Akhilesh has got a software, and he goes out and sells to other clients, right? That is B2B sales. B2C sales means a business is selling to customer. A customer means individual customer, right? Like a housewife, like a houseman. ठीक है, so that is like individual customer, that is like B2C. अच्छा, B2B में क्या है कि B2B में the deal size is quite high. Deal size means it may be like 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs, 30 lakhs, 40 lakhs, maybe 1 million, 2 million. B2C में the ticket size is little bit small. Like if you talk about companies like Pristyn Care. Pristyn Care क्या करते हैं? तो they basically help patients get surgery done at an affordable rate in the best way possible. So that is B2C. Likewise, if you talk about Upgrade, what does it do? It basically sells its courses to the customers, what individuals, maybe working professionals or somebody like that, right? So this is the difference between B2B and B2C. Now, what is the first thing that you will do when you join a company? Understand the product and service in details. Talk to the product guy, talk to the tech guy, talk to the marketing person, talk to a lot of people inside the company, make notes of it, understand your product and services. What is my product? Some salespeople don't know, I don't want to understand the technology. You don't have to code, but you have to understand technology, right? Matlab, you should have an understanding what is my product. Because unless or until you have an understanding of what is the product service, how will you find out that whether my product or service can solve a problem for Ronit or not? Right. So first thing, understanding your product and service, that has to be the first week of a sales guy who enters into a company. Understanding it in details, making notes of it. The second thing, once you understand your product and service, then it means that you understand what is the problem that it is going to solve. Now, once you understand what is the problem that is going to solve, you will find out those people or those businesses who may be facing this problem. And once you identify that persona of people or persona of businesses who may be facing this problem, what do they become? They become your leads. It starts with product service, understanding, then understanding what is the problem it's solving. And on the basis of what is the problem it's solving, you start creating a persona. What is persona? In simple way, I will tell you. Like if I tell you a person working in government sector in railways, what is the image that you imagine when you close your eyes? मोटा सा होगा, right? Or एकदम खड़ूस होगा, right? Must be having a pen in his hand. It's like, I don't care about private sector people. Like government will have taken a lot of dowry and all. Exact kind of thing. Like all those things come to your mind. So once you create that figure, that's basically called persona. So I have my product and services in place. I have identified what is the problem that is solving. And then I started imagining who will be facing this problem, which kind of company, which kind of customers. Then I create a persona. And that persona becomes my leads. Once I have my leads, then what I will do, I will open a Google Sheet, or I will open an Excel, or I will open a CRM, and I will punch in the names of those customers of those businesses, and then I will try to reach them. Okay? I will try to reach them. Now, once I reach them, what will I do? I will not start talking about my product and services. Once I reach them, the first thing that I need to do is that, okay, I had imagined in my mind that you may be facing this problem, but are you really facing this problem? Is my hypothesis correct? Then the first call that I will do with this person, this lead, I will ask him a lot of questions. And see, asking questions is also an art, guys. I will give you a very basic example here. So I was working in Hyderabad, and I was actually heading this sales for a real estate company, and I was building a channel partnership for them. So I went to one of the best furniture shop, owners inside Hyderabad. Why furniture shop wala? Because real estate. See, real estate, because it was a luxury real estate. So for generating the leads, the best people are those people who have some money, and people who have some money who are looking to invest. Where will they go? They will go to furniture shops to buy kind of luxurious furniture. So there was a synergy. So I went to this furniture shop guy, and I sat with him, and I told that, can we do something so that my business also increases, your business also increases, can we find some synergies and all. So in this case, I cannot ask what is your turnover, or what is the average cost, how much profit do you earn. Do you think he will reply me properly? Not at all. If you ask any shop wala, any business, sir, how much profit are you earning, his only answer will be, sir, bas itna ho jata hai, पेट भर जाता है, यही बोलेगा वो. Right, so he's not going to give me an answer, right, if I ask him this question. So what I did is that I went around his shop, and just as a customer, I kept on asking him, okay, what is the cost of this furniture? And then he started giving me the prices, like very, very natural talk. And I got the average ticket size of the furniture which is there. Then I gave him an answer. See, the best way to get an answer for somebody is to give him a wrong answer. So I gave him an answer. I told that, ये रितेश भाई, I think 50-60 कस्टमर तो आ ही जाते होंगे, ये तो काफी अच्छे लोकेशन पे है. Then he told 50-60 नहीं, but हाँ 30-40 आ जाते हैं. He gave me an answer, right, without asking him a question. So 30-40 customers coming, average ticket size is this. You can easily calculate the turnover now. And once you calculate the turnover, you realize that whether this business is suitable for me to partner or not. Right? So asking questions is also an art. It should not be, what is your name? What is your email ID? What is your this? No, it has to be part of the conversation. Right? The conversation, there has to be questions which give you answers, right? It should not be one-on-one, right? Because then the person will not give you. So sometimes you have to give an answer to a question to find out an answer, the right answer that you actually wanted to know. So questioning is again very important. So what we understood is that we understood product and services, we understood what is the problem that it's solving. On the basis of the problem that it's solving, we created a persona. That persona became that persona became our leads. Then we started approaching the leads, and once we start approaching the lead, the first step, find out whether it is the right customer or not, right? Now, once we have identified that this person is facing the problem, that is where the rest of the things start. Because most of the sales people, they waste a lot of time on leads which is never going to convert. It's very important. More important than finding out the right customer is to find out who is not a customer for you. Okay. Now, once you have realized who is the customer for me, then you open up your Google sheet and then you start marking. Okay, this is unqualified, this is qualified, this is unqualified, this is qualified. And qualified customers can be of like 3 types. Type can be like he's severely kind of facing the problem. You want a solution, like I've got kidney stone, like I'm getting pain every, right? So I'm like excruciating pain, please help me solve it here. Hot, he will close early, then you will map him as hot. And when you come back every day, what you will do is that you will go on your sheet and see that which is hot, right? And then you will focus on that first, because you have to convert sales, right? The other person may be, okay, I get pain sometimes, but it's manageable. I drink hot water and the pain goes away, right? I'm also doing some yoga, I'm doing some Ayurvedic medicines, etc., kind of things, right? Then it becomes a warm lead for you. Then the next step may be a very cold lead. Cold lead may be like he faces a pain once in a year. I'm just giving you a very practical example, and this is valid everywhere, right? So in that entire call, you have realized that this guy is a qualified candidate, but then divide them into hot, warm, and cold. This is very important. Sales is a very scientific thing, guys. I'm again telling you, in India, people think that sales is like बस्ता उठा लिए, बैग उठा लिए, घूम रहे हैं मार्केट में. वैसे करके तो बस 3-4 लाख ही कमा पाओगे आप लोग. आई एम टेलिंग यू वेरी फ्रेंकली. वो बैग उठा के and then going to shop and shop, selling. Sales guys have to be smart. Have to be smart. We are good, problem solver, talk properly, right? Then you can earn crores of rupees. So sales is like the most rewarding, kind of profession in the world. So now you have divided them into hot, warm, and cold. Now, once you've divided into hot, warm, and cold, you have complete visibility that which customers to focus upon more, which customer, on what path I have to take this customer. So for a cold customer, your strategy has to be to how to make it cold to warm. For a warm customer, the strategy has to be how to make it warm to hot. For a hot customer, the strategy has to be to close, right? But coercion is not the thing. Coercion, again, I'm telling, coercion, like, forcing somebody, no, I'm not going to cut the call till you buy it. No. Gone are those days. Now the thing is that you have to give him information and let him decide. Your intention should not be to sell. Your intention should be to make him realize that, yes, he is facing this problem. And my product or service can help solve this problem in the best possible way. That is it. For that, you have to give information to him. That you know what, if you allow kidney stones to remain in your kidney for so long, your kidney may get damaged. And this is the medical report. Give him information. Let him take the call. Let the customer decide. See, people never want to be sold. People want to buy. Right? So this is one thing, guys. Uske baad kya hai? Then you start closing like left, right, center. Now, there are a lot of sales guys who will tell that I'm not able to close. Right? I'm not able to achieve the targets. One of the problem is that he has to understand that it's all a game of averages. It's all Pareto principle in work. Right? If you have made only 100 leads in your pipeline, obviously your chances of closure will be less. How to be safer is to do a lot of prospecting. What is prospecting, guys? The same thing, identifying the problem that the product is solving and creating the persona, that is leads. That is prospecting, right? So create a huge top of the funnel. Top of the funnel means the lead base has to be big. And over a period of 2-3 months inside the company, you will realize, okay, if I'm making 500 leads, if I'm generating 500 leads every month, I'm able to achieve my targets. And that is how the things will go. So for any salesperson who is telling that I'm not able to achieve my target, and considering the fact that the product is not like XYZ company, product is good, right? If he's not able to achieve the target, the only problem with him is that he's not planning his entire, kind of day or the month in terms of leads, in terms of, meetings and all those things. So planning, salespeople have to be very disciplined, have to be very planned, right? So this is one thing. Now, once you start closing, now what are some of the things that can arise? Like you have to convert a cold lead into a warm lead into a hot lead. And once you are converting that, there's some term which is called in MBA jargon, which is called objection handling. Objection handling means the customer will keep on coming to you and will keep on asking questions. What is the customer trying to do? The customer is basically trying to do is that I'm not facing this problem, or he's trying to say is that your product or service may not solve the problem for me. Maybe the competitor's product or service may solve the problem. Never ever underestimate your competitors. Always remember, guys, inside any conversation, even if you have an enemy with that person, don't talk bad. I still remember some of my sales. One sales, I converted with Times of India back in 2019, and the head told me that the competitor is far better than you. Why should I go with you? I told, yes, I agree that the competitor is far better than you in terms of features, in terms of UI, in terms of UX, in terms of technology, in terms of everything. So he told me one line, I praised him 5 lines. But for the account of your size, 200 to 300 employee base, I think the competitor is big enough to handle you. So he will not give so much attention after sales. Why? Because the revenue generation from your account will be less, right? And they are so big enough. So you should ideally go with a middle-sized company like ours. Why? Because buying a software is not a thing, na. Implementing that software, getting the results out of that software is also something important. And we got the team. Talk good about your competitors. Tell that yes, they are doing good. Yes, they are fabulous. Learn about your competitors, right? Learn what are the good things that they're doing. Most of the sales guys, they will start undermining the competitors. That's a poor strategy, guys. So objection handling, again telling, you have to give them information. You have to handhold them. Emotional hona hai. I still remember. I still, if you go on my LinkedIn 30-40 recommendations, these customers love me. They tell that when I call Rishikesh, he's not talking of selling something. He's talking of my benefit. So emotionally connect ke liye, you have to give him information. You don't have to tell them to buy, right? Maybe I remember one of the clients to whom I was trying to sell my software, following this kind of a sales process. See, guys, even I have learned over time. So, like 4 or 5 years back, if you would have seen me, like I would have been doing something else. Like no, so life may one thing is only constant, that is learning, right? Building relationships is also very important. See, remember, see, product में value होना important है, problem solve करना important है, but उसके बाद भी तो competition है ना यार. So people want to buy from somebody जिसके साथ they feel cozy sitting, cozy talking, right? Sales is a game of numbers, structured numbers, identifying how many leads do you need to convert particular accounts. Don't take any rejection on heart, guys. Rejection handling is something which is very important for any salespeople. Huh? You go back and see your life, where whenever you were rejected, now you would have been thinking that अच्छा हुआ reject हो गया. A lot of things, right? There was a friend of mine who was telling that there was a very beautiful girl who rejected him while he was in college, and now he tells that best thing, bro. If I would have married her, I would have not got such a great wife, right? So rejection is a good thing. Rejection को heart पे नहीं ले, rejection दिमाग पे लेना है, right? So rejections have to be taken positively, in a way like if somebody is even ignoring me, this means that I'm not adding value to his life. I was talking to one senior person on WhatsApp, and once upon a time he stopped ignoring my messages, he stopped texting me, and I was doing that. Then I thought, what is the message that I'm typing? Then I went to his LinkedIn profile. I read some 2-3 articles of his. I copied the link, pasted the article on his WhatsApp, wrote my insights. I told, sir, I read your article, and your article was so kind of great, and here are my 2 cents on that. He replied. So when do people ignore? Even if they're ignoring, they ignore you when you're not adding value to their life. So you have to think in that way, right? Even if somebody is ignoring me, don't take it on heart. Think that how can I add value to his life? Can I add value to his life? A lot of the deals which I've converted, a lot of the people I have helped them switch their jobs, right? Somebody was working in XYZ company, and because sales people, keep on talking to a lot of people, right? So we have got a lot of jobs repository in our head. Because these clients will keep on telling, hey Rishikesh, koi sales wala banda dila de yaar, koi product wala banda dila de yaar. So how can we add value to their life? That is one thing which is very important, guys. Rejections have to be handled properly, not in your heart, in your head, right? Nobody wants to make you feel bad, and even if somebody wants to make you feel bad, why are you feeling bad? Huh? You came here alone. After 9 months, you'll go alone, right? The displacement remains the same now. So don't take it on heart, take it on your mind, and think that how can we add value. Follow-ups is one thing which is very, very important in sales. But most of the times, how do people follow up? Sir, what is the update? Sir, when are you going to buy? This is like rubbish follow-up. No, follow-ups have to be, I follow one agenda for follow-ups is that if I'm following up on something, I have to give him some information. You know what, Somsekhar sir, as per this report, I think your company requires this software because this can help solve this challenges. By the way, sir, did you went through my deck? Some information and then follow. Adding value again and again, keep on reminding yourself, how am I going to add value to others' life? Follow-ups have to be relevant follow-ups. No like, what is the update, sir? When are you going to buy, sir? Buy, sir. Today my target date is there. This month, if I don't close your sales, no, sir, my boss will remove me from my job. Relevant follow-ups means substantiate it with some information which is helpful to the clients, to the customer. Nobody wants to reply. If he had to buy, he would have texted you back, right? You don't have to follow up on some person, right? So follow-ups have to be very logical, very scientific. Now, handover is one thing. So once you have closed the sales, once you have signed the contract, then a lot of times what I've seen is that salespeople cut away. No, don't cut away, please. Why? Because you have converted that client. So I have sold something to Mahindra. So Mahindra is more connected to me. Even when I've sold, even my customer success manager is handling the account. When Mahindra will have a problem, he will call me. Why? Because he has trusted me to solve his problem. So keep on connecting with even with the customers who has transacted, who has given you the money. Why? Because a good salesperson is that salesperson who struggles for initial 3 months. But then in his entire career, he keep on getting referrals. He doesn't have to do, here and there thing. A bad salesperson, entire year, he will keep on struggling. Get into a habit of telling no. Right? A lot of the sales guys will keep on telling yes. Again, going to the understanding product, what is the problem it is solving. While talking to the lead, the first step identifying is that whether I'm going to solve this problem or not. If you're not able to solve this problem, tell no ना. इंडिया में स्पेसिफिकली लोगों को बहुत डर लगता है नो बोलने में, बट नो बोलना इज अ गुड थिंग. एटलीस्ट द अदर पर्सन इज क्लियर कि he doesn't waste your time and I am not wasting my time, right? So get into a habit of telling no, even in your friendship, even in your relationships, even in business, because no will actually, the person may mind in the beginning, but over a period of time your relationship will become very strong with that person once you start, to learn how to tell no. So in order to find out the customers, you have to see your channels. Which channel are you using right now? So let's suppose, somebody is using LinkedIn as a channel to identify those customers. Can I actually, use other channels? Maybe going to conferences, going to workshops, going to meetups, relevant meetups, right? So don't get stuck on one particular channel, because many a times, one channel doesn't work for, for particular industries or something. Try identifying conferences. I think, will actually work like wonders for you. Go to these, equipment. There's a lot of trade shows which goes on, trade shows and all these things. It will actually help you connect to the right people and, find out. Second thing, what you can do is that, or sold it to existing customers, go and have a tea with them. Don't tell that you are coming for selling something. Go have tea with them. Find out, inside the conversation only, tell them that, find out that what all other customers can be there, because, maybe be a part of their network. Many times what they will do is that they will add you to a WhatsApp group, which is amongst them, right? If you develop that level of trust. So these things you should start doing. Here it's a very easy problem to solve. What makes a good salesman? I think there are three things. First thing is that a person who is able to understand what is my product and service, the problem that it's solving. Second thing, questioning. What are the questions that I should ask my customers to find out whether I am solving a problem for them or not? And third thing, being empathetic. Empathetic means not pushing them to buy, but keep on helping them with the information to make them realize that this is how my product and service can solve your problem. So these are the personality traits which a salesperson or any person here, not only a salesperson, even an entrepreneur, even anybody should have, right? Rejections are part of life. I'm again telling, see, none of the customers actually, will believe in you if you tell that my product or service like immaculate. वो कभी फट नहीं सकता है, सब फटता है. But where the problem lies is that if there is some problem, the first thing that you should do is to have a communication with the customer and to be honest. You know what, this is what didn't go well, and this is what didn't go well, and now I'm taking these steps to make sure that it goes well. And the communication has to be pretty clear. So whenever something like this is happening, it is our responsibility as salespeople that we should go have a talk with the customer and tell them the actual issue. भले कितना फटा वो आप सही सही बताओ, honestly बताओ, honest बताओ कि sir, you know what, the code was not done well, or the software has not performed well. सही से बताओ. And then also tell them what are the steps that we are taking to solve it. I am telling you, 99% of the times, people will allow you time to improve. People are very good. Intrinsically, people are very good. But when we are dishonest, na, तो वहां पे क्या होता है फिर people start developing trust issues, and then they will tell no, your company is not good and all those things. Most of the times, the competitor company who may be going to them, may be telling that, these are the extra features that I'm giving you. Iska, one of the things in which I think can solve this problem is that don't open all your cards in the beginning, right? Like, let's suppose you have got 10 features, talk about 7, and tell that the remaining 3 are the premium ones. Although they are not the premium ones, the remaining 3 are the premium ones. I can do it. And then slowly keep on, kind of putting one feature for free. Okay, sir, I will do one thing. The 8th feature, I'm keeping it for free. So once we open all the cards, then we don't have anything to negotiate on, right? Because then they will tell add-on de do, ye bhi de do, wo bhi de do. But what we'll do is that out of 10 things, we will only show them 6 things. We'll show them 10 things, but we'll tell 6 things ka ye price hai, then there's an add-on. And then we'll keep on making it free over the steps. This mistake I've done a lot of times while I think, it's not a mistake actually, because India में consumer mindset ही वैसा है कि 5 रुपए में मेरे को 500 रुपए दे दो. One of the things is that if you are a simple person like me, right, who may not be a public figure, right, who a lot of try to associate with people. Second thing, prove your performance. See, small successes, keep on telling them. Likewise, I placed this person last month. Take an interview of that person, a crude interview. ज्यादा देखो, ओरिजिनल दिखाना है हमेशा. यूज केसेस खरीदते हैं, यूज केसेस से ट्रस्ट बनता है ना. तो वो आप टेस्टिमोनियल्स दो. तीसरा क्या है कि यू नो पहला हो गया एसोसिएशन टू बिल्ड ट्रस्ट. सेकंड इज द टेस्टिमोनियल्स. थर्ड थिंग इज दैट improve your channels of communication with these people. Channels of communication means what can I do for free, which doesn't take a lot of effort from my end, obviously. What can I do for free, right? Or how can I engage them? Go to this Mercedes showroom. If you go and if you tell them decrease the price by 5 lakh, they will tell go earn for 1 more year and then come back. This is your aspiration, this is not my aspiration. You go to Maruti, then what will they? Sir, okay sir, 2 lakh kam kar dete sir. Difference. You have to think that you have to create a product or service, you have to create a brand which pulls people. And once you start forcing them to buy something, it will never be created that way, right? They should realize. So once you start associating with the right people, students seeing you, once you start giving testimonials, then they will become mad at you. This is what happens with if you see I am Ahmedabad, if you see ISB Hyderabad, what is that? They are businesses, but the way they did business was pretty good. Why? See, ISB or I am Ahmedabad created a pool of 300 students who were the best people of the lot. They gave them good placements, but do you think that their revenue is coming from that? No. 80% of the revenue of I am Ahmedabad comes from ancillary certification courses, which they sell it to anybody and anybody on the earth. That is the only way through which an edtech can run. Courses can be sold. Testimonials, good examples, associating with people. And once you do that, it will take time. Obviously, nothing builds in 6 months. Trust me. It's all a game of perseverance. If you keep on doing it for 1 or 2 years, then people will start coming to you. And when they start coming to you, then फिर भाव में बात करो. So again, telling, questioning, if you have realized that something is solving their problem, why do you want to coerce? Give them information, na? That's it. Or tell him, okay, I'm busy, like cut the call. Then see, he will call you back again.